Hey y'all, welcome to Shades Too. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. This live is for the night owls who just don't go to sleep at night or just not in the bed yet. Anyway, y'all, it's 10:30 on the out here in Cali. I'm about to say the East Coast. All right, so we're gonna be on here. I'm gonna try to stay on here for about 30 minutes to an hour, and that's gonna be it. All right, because I was watching Dad's Family about a couple hours ago, and they had a big ass tarantula spider in their house. I know they probably put it in there, prank for YouTube or whatever the case is. And I'm telling you, ever since I seen that hairy ass looking spider, I've been itching. So I'm definitely gonna go in here and take a shower so I can stop itching and take an allergy pill, and then I'm gonna lay down and relax and stuff. So we will only be on here for up to an hour, and that's it. But before we start off with this live, I just want to ask you guys to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content. Hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos, and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. Welcome to all my new subbies. Thank you so much for joining Shay's family. And thank you to all my subbies that's been with me for since day one. All right, let's go ahead and do the Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, research, and etc. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area of this video. It will be in the comment area, and it is scrolling across that red banner right there. All right. All right. So y'all, I don't know. I hope you guys did see the Willie D interview earlier today. So I went and watched it after I got through my live earlier. And I wasn't going to come back on until tomorrow, but I just got to go over some of these highlights that was discussed in that interview with Willie D. I actually thought it was a good live. Some people say Willie D could have asked different questions. I thought he was going to, dabble more into some of the accusations that Katt Williams stated, however he did. But, it still was overall a good interview. He did clear up some things, Katt Williams did. So that was a good thing. And I really like the way Katt Williams was talking, and I like his attitude. He tripped me out. He had me laughing. I like the way he, is confident within, and I also like the way he does not take bull crap off of people. I like that. I really do. So anyway, we're going to go over some highlights real quick. Y'all, if you watch this in the replay, don't forget to leave a comment if you like. Also, people in the bushes, welcome to you. And let's go see who's over here in the chat. So, hey, Carl is here. Welcome to you. I know you sleep, but anyway, thank you for coming in, showing support, and leaving my video on while you sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I can get those hours. Thank you so much. If you had a channel, I would do the same thing for you. All right. So thank you, hon. I appreciate you. All right. So some highlights. Let's go over these highlights real quick. He was talking about a lot. I mean, I can't cover every highlight, but we're going to talk about a few. Okay. So he did clarify the Suge Knight arrest story. He said they had a hologram meeting, and Suge's 5-year-old son went, I guess, behind the dumpster or by the dumpster to pee. And then a lady was filming it on her phone, I guess, and thought it was Katt Williams' kid. And then she told the police, I guess Katt Williams, once they realized that she was filming the Suge's 5-year-old son, I don't know if they took the camera from her or tried to take it. I don't know. I don't remember. And anyway, the police was called, and she told the police that Katt Williams jumped her. However, he said that was not entirely true. He said he never put his hands on this lady. They was out in Beverly Hills behind or like in the back of a store or something like that, either on the side. And he said that they had cameras because, they do work over there. So clearly they played the cameras and everything, and it showed that this lady was not telling the truth. So he said all of that was fabricated. That's why when he went to court, the charges were dropped or whatever the case is, because she just straight up lied. Like I said, Suge Knight's son went over there to pee, 5 years old. And I guess she thought it was cute to go ahead and record him, thinking it was Katt Williams' son. And the thing about it is this right here, though. I don't give a daggone whose son it is. Why are you recording somebody's child peeing behind a dumpster? And what are you going to do with this? Are you giving it to a tabloid? So, honestly, they had every bit to be upset, you know. But to lie and say somebody jumped you and then they got cameras all over the place is plainly ridiculous. So he did clear that up today on Willie D's podcast. And I was glad that he did, and he said, you can go look at the actual court documents, which would tell you exactly what went on. He's not just making it up out of his mouth or lying. That's exactly what happened, and the court documents prove it. And that's why the case was dropped. And that's plainly ridiculous that somebody would lie and people start rumors. But like Willie D said, he said that once the tabloids get it, they just tell part of the story. They don't tell the entire story. You see what I'm saying? They would tell the parts where the lady got into altercation with allegedly Katt Williams and he jumped on her and things like that. But they don't tell you the entire story that wasn't true. Katt Williams said they didn't even go back and retract anything or apologize. And that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Um, also, I was hoping that like I said, I was hoping that Willie D would have had Katt elaborate more on those accusations, but I guess maybe before the interview they probably discussed everything, and he probably was like, "That's off limits." He don't really want to talk about that anymore. So he didn't really touch on that at all. I don't recall him touching on that at all. You know, um, I know he did go over his childhood again with him, and he was asking him when did he leave home. And like I said earlier, I said around 13 or either 16. He said he left home right about at the time he turned 13, or either he was 13, and he went to Florida. That's what he said. And he said that he worked and everything there at 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? Making money. He said he didn't have money, but he was making money. Every day he would hustle, working jobs to be able to buy him, things to eat and things like that. He said he slept at the park. He had a mattress or whatever the case is. He said he wore a suit or a dress shirt and pants every single day. He said he ate at the best restaurants and all that. He was homeless, but he wasn't like some homeless people are. He chose to be out there because he didn't want to, I guess, be at home anymore and stuff. But he said he had money on him all the time. And then Willie D asked him, did anybody ever mess with him? He said that some dude tried to, what's the name, him? I don't know how he got out of that situation. I don't remember him saying anything about it other than the guy tried to do something to him and stuff. I think he just probably just got away from the guy. I'm not sure. But they did touch on that, when he was a young child and out there on the streets, by himself and things like that. Willie D also asked him, why didn't he get an apartment? And then Katt was like, he didn't really think about that, and he couldn't get one anyway because he was only 13. And Willie D said, well, if you had money, you could probably, some people would still rent, I guess, apartment to you. But Katt said he wasn't thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? Especially at 13. What 13-year-old is thinking about getting a apartment? But I get, Willie D said he knows some that have, so maybe, some 13-year-olds do think about that. But Katt Williams said he wasn't thinking about no apartment at no 13 years old. He said he was making money every day, so all of his needs, which are very basic, were being taken care of. He said he just wanted something nice to wear, some good food, good drink, and a place to sleep or something like that, I think he said, and everything. And that's exactly what he did and stuff, And like I told y'all before, hey Ryan, thank you for coming in. Y'all check Ryan out, okay? He's a gamer, so check him out and show him some support. Y'all would be very, very entertained if y'all go check him out when he's playing those different games and stuff. All right. So like I said before, when he left home for whatever reason, he hitched a ride with a truck driver. I don't know if the truck driver knew because he said he got on the truck in the back. I don't know, because I don't remember exactly what he said when he was on Club Shay Shay, but he did talk about that. He did not talk about that part of leaving, not that I heard on Willie. You're welcome. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Willie D did not go into details about that part of when he left home at 13 or anything. He just talked about what did he do, how was he supporting himself basically. And Cat Williams told him, that he was working little odd jobs like hustling. He said he was a hustler. He know how to get money and stuff, legal ways and stuff, I guess. And he said he was cutting grass and stuff. He said he was actually making money a long time before that. He said he used to cut grass, do little odds and ends job like yard work and stuff and get paid. I can't remember exactly how much he said. He used to make like $700, or I think he said he made 7,000 a year. I can't remember exactly what he said, but I know he said he was making money. Even when he ran away from home, he was making money to support himself, to get him food at the best restaurants and to keep him looking good. And he slept at the park on a mat. And he said people got it for him. Hey, Healthy Living with Miss Renee. Thank you so much for tuning into my live. Y'all check out Miss Renee. She does cooking, okay, cooking shorts and videos. So check her out, show her some love, and tell her that Shades Tube sent you. But he was saying that I guess people got him a mattress or whatever the case is, and then Willie D was like he had a rough childhood. And he said no, he didn't. He said he does not look at it like that. You know, he said he's a basic guy. He just asks for the basic necessities, and that's exactly what he strived for. And he had at 13 years old when he was on the streets. Period. Okay. Let me see what else they talked about. He also talked about another situation. I think that's the same person, that lady. Okay, he did talk about that. Wait. I'm getting this confused. He talked about the Suge Knight thing, but he also talked about this other lady, but I forgot her name. So when I get it on this phone, I'll tell you guys who she is. He cleared that up as well. Okay, he cleared up a lot of things in this interview. Okay, I mean, like I said, they didn't go into the accusations where he said, did he hit him up and stuff like that. They didn't go into none of those things. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome, Miss Renee. They didn't go into any of that stuff. He just talked about a lot of different things. Willie D said he wanted to ask questions, I guess, that nobody else was asking. Because, like, obviously, when you go on other people shows, they're gonna mostly be talking about the accusations. Just like if I were to interview him, I will ask him some regular questions, but at the same time, I want to know about those accusations. I really do. You don't have to go into like explicit details or anything, but I want him to touch more on the P. Diddy situation, the Wines, not what is this guy's name? Weinstein, propositioning him and shit. I wanted him to go more into depth about that and let us know about some other people. You don't necessarily have to say their names, but just tell us some of the things that goes on, more in detail about these parties and stuff, you know? And then I heard people talking about all the books he claimed that he read. And some people said that was highly impossible because he would have to read like 8 books a day. The thing about it, I can't say, because maybe he read 8 short books a day. Maybe he read 8 novellas. Maybe he read just some short books. That don't mean you have to read books with 500 pages and things like that. Maybe he read books that only contain 25, 50 pages. And maybe he had enough time to sit down and just read. Because I remember when I was younger, that's what I used to do too. Because I didn't really have anything else to do. My mom was real strict. I tried to stay separate a lot of times. So I used to read and write all the daggone time. I used to write all the time. So, I mean, maybe he did. Maybe they were short books, you know? And some people said, that they found that very hard to believe. While some people said it could be possible depending on how many pages is in the book. Albert, you can only do like 3 emojis. And welcome to the live, and thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, don't use no more than 3 emojis, and no all caps, and no spamming. Okay, and thank you so much. And y'all can check out Albert too, okay, and show him some love and support as well. Thank you. Okay, let's see what else he talked about. Oh, he also elaborated on some comedian who I can't remember his name, who claimed that Katt Williams wouldn't let him come and perform. Katt said he never had him on his roast, his list. He said when he go and does stand up, he already have his comedians already planned out. He have the best ones, funny people. Okay, he said he didn't even know this dude was coming. And he said the only reason why he paid the dude is because the dude, I guess I forgot what Katt said exactly, but I think he said the dude was tripping out about getting paid. So Katt said he paid him if that's all he wanted was to pay. But he wasn't going to let him perform with him because he didn't know anything about it. He said he wasn't there at that time either. He said so the dude obviously exaggerated some points, of that night. So he did clarify that. I can't remember the comedian name, but Katt was like he's really a small time. I don't know if he said he's a small time comedian or what, but from my understanding, he was basically saying that the dude did not warrant. He didn't warrant. He didn't really. I don't know. Let me try to put this nicely. He did not. He just wasn't listed. Katt did not invite him to perform. Just put it like that. I'm trying to be nice when I say that because the way Katt Williams said it, it was totally different. Okay. So, and this is the dude. I think it's Ali. Yeah, this is Ali Sadiq. So let me just read this. He says, so Ali came to the venue and he thought he was going to open it and perform for Katt. That's the dude I'm talking about. Security would not let him in and told him Katt doesn't want him. Okay. And he got paid. And Katt said that he got paid because the dude kept on talking about his money that he was supposed to make. So Katt told his people to pay him anyway. Ali says he had no idea what the beef was about. Katt said Ali wasn't supposed to perform and he just showed up at the venue hollering and basically trying to get on stage and perform uninvited. So Katt says, well, maybe Ali expected to get paid. So he paid him the performance pay. Now, some people say Katt is lying regarding that. All right. I don't know because I wasn't there. Yeah, the comedian, Miss Renee. So I wasn't there, but some people say he was lying. They say if Ali wasn't supposed to perform, why in the heck would Katt just pay him for having the audacity to show up at his show to perform uninvited? Sounds like Katt told him he could do a set, changed his mind without informing Ali, but did the right thing and paid him. Ali is not funny anyway, and clearly Katt doesn't think highly of him either. No, the thing about it, that's not what Katt said. Katt said he didn't know, point blank. And he did say, I wasn't trying to say this, but Katt did say the dude isn't funny. He doesn't even deserve basically to be in a show with him, point blank. And he would have never hired him or asked him to perform. He said that he has his people already lined up. He said he only paid the dude because he was outside, doing the most and asking for his pay. So he paid him. He told his people to go ahead and pay him and buy, basically, So I don't know if Katt is exaggerating a little bit or if he's telling the truth because I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But I can kind of believe what Katt said. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why the dude showed up. Maybe somebody else invited him. Who knows? Because it seemed like to me if Katt would have invited him and then he changed his mind, I'm just wondering why he just didn't call him up or have his people notify him and tell him that he can't perform, but we will pay you anyway. I don't know because it's kind of strange, that the security was told, if he was told not to let the dude in, but at the same time, if he was never invited, why would the security let him in? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know for sure on that one right there. I don't know if some of the stuff was embellished or whatever the case is, or if what Katt said is the truth 100%. I don't know for sure. All I know is that it's not hard for me to believe that Katt did it the way he said it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not hard for me to believe. Also, Katt did clarify, Willie D asked him how many children do he have? Okay, and I thought he said 5, but I read on Wikipedia, which is not like a reliable source, that he had 8. I'm not sure. And I thought he had a biological child as well. Anyway, he said all his kids are grown and he has grandchildren. He has said 4 on there, but he named 5. So he has 5 grandchildren, and they're basically very young. Like I think a couple of them are babies, and maybe one is 6, and things like that. So he did clarify that as well. Let's see. Some people said Willie D was being rude. I don't agree with that. I don't feel like Willie D was being rude. He was just asking basic questions and being just like anybody else would be. You know what I'm saying? And I think the interview was pretty good. I think Katt, anytime he may have thought Willie was getting a little out of there, Katt handled that very well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, very well. He also talked about I'm trying to think, what did he say about his height and stuff? I can't remember, but he said he's not scared of nobody. I know that, and he definitely clarified that. So let's see what else we're gonna see here. Let me see any more key points. Um, Somebody said with that Ali Sadiq story, it's possible if maybe a promoter promised him and there was a misunderstanding. That's exactly what I was saying. Maybe somebody else on his team promised him a spot and Katt did not know anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Now they say Katt being said, yo, have given people money in the past may have given him the money. That's still better than what I would have given, considering it doesn't seem they had a contract. Right. He didn't have to pay him. I think Katt just paid him trying to be nice. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I don't know how true this is. Somebody said, I'm listening to some dude's podcast, and he has the guy who set the interview up. He reveals the Willie D guy had this interview way before Shannon's, but did not release the content. Wow. So I don't know how true that is. So they saying that Willie D had his interview first before um, Club Shay Shay. So I don't know how true that is, though, because when Willie D said that Katt was going to be on his show, he talked like, I don't know. I just don't know. Anything is possible in Hollywood. Okay. I really don't know. Willie D, I don't know. It could have been. I don't know for sure. So let's see what else did they talk about. I'm trying to think about it because it's a lot of stuff. They're still talking about that tour thing, which is crazy. Let's see. So somebody else said the promoter probably gassed him up, gassed up Ali. Or someone said, yeah, man, come through. But he wasn't supposed to perform. Dude went there thinking he was going to perform, but he had even spoke to Katt up to the point or ever. The fact that Katt felt sorry for him and gave him a stack speaks volumes on Katt's character. Imagine not performing, but Katt giving you a stack of money and you're going away mad and having a one-sided beef that you are itching about all over the internet to anyone who will listen. Ridiculous. So the thing about it, like I said, he said he helps people all the time. All right. So he could have just gave them, money, like he said. And then, okay, somebody said, I might believe this if Katt didn't say that he picks his opening acts in advance and they roll together to the show. I never heard a comedian say that a promoter picks the opening acts. The headliner chooses his or her openers. I listen to enough comedian podcasts to know how all that works. If a promoter screwed Ali, he would have said that. And Katt would have said a promoter promised Ali a set on my show. He didn't say that. Maybe he didn't say that. Hey, J4, thank you for coming in. Maybe Katt did not say that because remember, Katt said he did not know. Okay, so how could he say a promoter did anything when he said he did not know? He said he didn't even know who the guy was until he later found out or something like that. I can't remember what Katt said, but I know one thing he said, that he didn't know that the dude was there, period. So I don't know about that for sure. And he did say, though, he already have his people lined up. He already know who's going on his tour with him. He already know who's going to do the stand-up comedy act with him and everything. He know who his opening acts are. He chooses. He said he chooses the best comedians. He want funny people, and I believe he said that Ali wasn't funny. You know what I'm saying? So he would have never picked up. He also said something about. He said something. I'm trying to think. Katt said something about somebody was basically not funny and not really a comedian. Basically, I can't remember exactly what he said. And Willie D was like, "Don't say that, Katt, man." And he said, "No, no, no, he ain't. He isn't funny, or he isn't. He hadn't played on anything on TV or anything. It was funny as heck. I can't remember who he was talking about, but he sure did. And I think Willie D was like, man, don't say that. And Katt was like, no, I'm gonna say that basically. I'm going to say that because that's exactly is the truth. You know what I'm saying? He said it too, you know. Um, some people said that Katt gives them delusions of grandeur, narcissists, you know. They said that he has to be reverend, and number one to everyone. They say he's delusional, lying, self centered, and if anyone says something that insults his ego, he attacks with the blaze of 1,000 furries. He cannot handle being insulted slightly or disrespected. I know y'all love Katt, but this guy has serious issues. I don't think he's wrong about some of the things he says, but I do think he's lashing out through narcissistic rage. He can't even handle being playfully teased. He may not like to play though. You know what I'm saying? He might not like to play. Some people just do not like to be teased. I don't know why people don't understand that some people just don't like to play around. To me, Katt seems like he's very like serious when he's talking about certain things. Okay, point blank. You know, it's a time to play and it's a time not to play. You know, I think he's trying to be heard. He's trying to let people know what's up. You know, because people be faking so much. Like I said, I don't know if he's telling the 100% truth about everything, but a lot of the stuff that he's saying, I actually believe him. You know what I'm saying? I really do. And clearly people want to see because Club Shay Shay, last time I looked, had 30 some million views. And the last time I looked at Willie D, he had over a million plus, almost 2 million views. And then Willie is smart. What he did, he took segments and made actual videos with those. And so those videos are getting views as well. Right. That's what I think too, Miss Renee. I think the same thing. I think he is more business minded. You can tell he is smart. You know what I'm saying? And I just think, I honestly, like I said before, I honestly believe a lot of stuff he was saying. Like I said before, I don't know if everything he was saying was 100% truthful. And again, like I said earlier, okay, he was talking about another episode. I can't remember what it was. And somebody else came out, the celebrity came out and said that was a lie. But I was like, well, maybe Katt Williams saw it from that standpoint. You can't tell people how they view things. It doesn't mean that he is necessarily lying. It's just the way he saw it. And I think that's regarding Steve Harvey stealing a role or something from him. You know, maybe he saw it the way that it was. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you just never know. Okay, somebody say, I am a fan of Katt, hands down. However, I would not support Willie D's channel. He ain't shit. Okay, I wonder why she said that. Her name is Shay Baby, too. I wonder why she said that. But anyway, wait, these people are crazy. Somebody said Katt is giving me big, you know what, energy in this interview, and he's like 5'5". These people are weird. Let's see. Let's see what else they're talking about. They too much talking about Willie D's interview style. I actually think he interviewed okay. Yeah, I do. Somebody said they think Katt should do his own podcast. I do too. You should watch it. You definitely need to watch it, Miss Renee. I think Katt Williams should get his own podcast too. For real. I really do. Because I think a lot of people will watch it. He's very interesting. I actually enjoy watching him talk. Y'all, he reminds me so much of Prince. I wonder why. He said that him and Prince was good friends and stuff. And I was like, if they ever did a Prince movie, right? Because I don't know if they did one. I don't think they did. If they did one, I think he could play that role pretty good. I really do. I don't know why he reminds me of Prince, but he certainly does. He was talking about him and Prince too, their relationship and stuff and everything. So, that was, I didn't even know they were friends. That's pretty fascinating to know and things like that. And then just like I didn't know he was friends with Suge Knight, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty fascinating. Let's see. Let's see what else they're saying here. Hold on, y'all. They talking about Willie D so much being not a good interviewer. So let's see. Somebody said, I wonder if it was the promoter issue too. They are known for being shady and cutting deals behind people's back. So who knows? Could be, could be. He could have did that. I don't know for sure, or either the guy just came, but I doubt he just showed up. So somebody probably did tell him that he could perform on stage with Katt. You just never know. Let's see. Let's see some more highlights. If anybody else watched it, do y'all remember anything else? So let's see. So some people said they don't like Willie D. That's why, because they claim that he was talking about Bushwick Bill when he passed on. I think that's the little bitty short guy who was in his rap group. They say he literally said he didn't care that he was unalive. Okay, so I don't know if this is allegedly. I don't know if that actually happened, but that's why some people feel some type of way about Willie D. I think he cool. I don't know him personally. I can't be commenting on these people. I don't know these people personally. You know. Um, let's see what else. So also somebody said that he made a pedo apologist video about Aaliyah, it's Aaliyah and R. Kelly. I didn't see that, so I don't know. So let's see what else. A lot of people complaining about that interview, but I actually thought the interview was okay. Like I said before, all I got to say is that I think he should ask more questions about um, the allegations that he was making. I thought he was going to go into those details. He also talked about his religion and stuff like that. And he also stressed again that he went to I think this was at this interview where he said that he went to different, I guess he went to different churches, right? Different religion. He went to different churches, and he said you can't really know about a religion unless you, I guess, attend their churches and see how they operate and things like that. And I think that was one of the reasons he left home, because he was saying something about his parents wanted him to be something that he did not want to be. I think that's what he said, if I'm correct. And I guess because I can't remember if he said that he was into religion then and he started learning more about it. I think that's what he was saying. And I guess his parents wanted him to be a certain way. He didn't want to be it, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's the reason. He said that um, he don't feel like anybody can basically tell him what to do. I think he was saying something like that. He said only his father, which is God, can tell him what to do. Okay. So I guess that played a role into why he might have left at such a young age, because whatever his parents was trying to tell him to do, he probably just didn't want to do it. Like some kids be like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So let's see what else we got here. Um, hmm. Most of that interview, though, he talked about his childhood and just other stuff like, how many kids he has. He didn't even ask him, like I say, he didn't even go into details about his wife or ex-wife or whatever the case is. I don't remember hearing that. He certainly didn't go into no details about P. Diddy or even Weinstein or any of that stuff. But maybe he didn't want to because it was already discussed, you know, um, on Club Shay Shay. So maybe he did not want to um, do that. So I don't know. Hmm. So yeah, Cat Williams did call him Vlad um, during the interview. I remember I heard him say that because I can't remember what Willie D said to him. I'm trying to think, um, but he sure did call him Vlad. You know, I'm trying to think what did he ask him during that time. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to look at here and see. It was a tripped out question, and let's see. Let me see if we can hear that. Let me see, y'all. I think no, I can't play YouTube. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see it right here. Yeah, yeah, he called him Vlad because hold on, let me go back. Wait, wait, let me do this, y'all, because I need to get this question he asked. Because really he asked Cat Williams, hold on, because I don't want to get no copyright claim because you can't use YouTube shit. But anyway, Willie D had asked Cat Williams a question, and that's when Cat Williams called him Vlad, you know. So let me see what was that question real quick. Hold on, y'all. Wait, let me see. Wait, damn. Hold on, y'all. Wait, he was laughing and everything too about that stupid ass question. He asked them, what is one of the wildest things you have that have happened to you or you have seen? Hold on. He said, have you seen? He said, what is the wildest thing have you seen or had happen while you have been in his time being in the entertainment space? And then Cat Williams start laughing and said, sorry, Vlad. And that's the part where people were talking about Willie D was being rude, I guess, when he asked that question. And Cat Williams shot back with calling Willie D Vlad and was laughing too. And maybe I'll go to TikTok so y'all can hear that because I'm not going to show you that on here. He was cracking up though. He was still laughing. He said, you know what? Okay, so Willie D was trying to get him then at that point to talk about, I guess, the stuff that he was saying at Club Shay Shay. Cat Williams refused to answer that. He said he didn't see nothing. So I guess he was trying to get him to say stuff. But Cat Williams was like, he didn't see nothing. He changed the whole story around. Okay. And he was laughing, cracking up at the same time. And he called him Vlad TV. Let me see what else. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's see. He was cracking up. Yeah, he said he ain't seen nothing. He said he collected footage, but I haven't seen anything. Yeah, he was like he's not speaking about that no further. and that's tripped out. Okay, so I guess Willie D did try to get into that conversation about basically, what's in the industry. And again, Cat Williams laughed. He was cracking up, and he called him Vlad TV, and he was like, he ain't seen nothing. He ain't seen nothing. People were saying that was a horrible question, and they say he was reaching for that viral moment. So I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with the question. Like I said before, he probably was trying to get him to talk more about, the accusations that he made against P. Diddy, Weinstein, and other people, and then about the person, yeah, about all that type of stuff. He was probably trying to get him to talk more about it. You know what I'm saying? And then this dude also was talking about at Club Shay Shay. Was that him talking about the Illuminati meetings? Okay, that he was invited to. So I mean, I guess Willie D was trying to get more information. I just would have came out and straight up and asked him. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I would have been like, Katt Williams, no disrespect, but can you elaborate on the message you got where Diddy was asking you to come a party with him? I just would have just basically asked them. But again, they probably discuss what he can and can't ask Katt Williams before the interview. And then somebody said that they don't think that he might not have the relationship with Willie for Willie to come at him like that. But at the end of the interview, Katt Williams did thank Willie for having him on, calling him a legend, and then told him he has the worst questions in interviewing. That's what Katt Williams said at the end of the interview. Told him he had the worst questions in interviewing. But the thing about it, when he said worst questions, I'm not thinking he's saying that his interview style is bad. I'm thinking that Katt Williams might have been saying that some of his questions was a little bit, out there, some questions that he probably should have been asking him. I don't know. Because he was going into his childhood, assuming that he was in a bad situation, and Katt Williams was like, I wasn't in a bad situation, you know. Let's see what else. Yeah, so some people said Katt Williams called Willie D Vlad in jest because he personally thought the question was intrusive, out of pocket, and somewhat self-exposing, which Vlad is known to ask. And as they said, 99% of celebs won't answer that question. If bruh can say on record Weinstein asked to suck his you know what in front of his people, imagine the stuff he refuses to speak on when asked that specific question. And like I said, that's what Willie D was trying to do. He was trying to get him to elaborate on stuff that he claimed he saw in Hollywood at those parties. Because remember, Katt Williams is the one who started saying all these things. So Willie D was basically trying to get him to talk about it. And Katt Williams was like, okay, Vlad. And then was laughing before that. Then he said, okay, Vlad. He said he didn't see anything. He does not know anything. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. I gotta check the clock. I can take these out because I want my fingers to be sweeping out. But I'll let these jeans dry. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So yeah, so that's what I think that was. He was trying to be slick to get him to talk about it. But I'm gonna tell you straight up, if I was interviewing him before we had the interview, I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna ask you about the stuff that you said on Club Shay Shay. We don't have to say names. You don't have to go into no strict details. I just want you to clarify it a little, just to let us know exactly. I mean, you don't have to say. You don't have to go into strict details about it like some people will want you to do, but just reconfirm what you said about P. Diddy wanted you to party. When you say party, exactly what do you mean? I want him to clarify that. What do you mean when you say party? Okay, are you saying that he wanted you to come party and like you know, do some entanglements with him or what? I want you to clarify that. That's what I would have asked him. Hey, Big Dog Philly, thank you for coming in. Y'all go check out Big Dog Philly. He talks about a lot of good subjects, topics. Okay, if you just go check him out and tell him the Shades Tube sent you. All right, and I think you would be pleased with his lives. All right. And like I was saying, guys, regarding Katt Williams' interview with Willie D, but that's what I think he was doing. Like I said, I would have been just straight up ask him. I don't got to be playing these games and stuff. Point blank, did you exactly what was P Diddy talking about when he asked you to party? What do you mean when you say this? Okay, that's what I would ask them. And then I want you to elaborate on Weinstein. So Weinstein approached you in front of other people, asking you, can he, what your, what? Okay. And when was this? And what did you say to him? I mean, even though he already told us what he said, but I still want to know this again. That's what I would have asked him. And I would have told him before the interview, I'm going to touch on that just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I mean, you're here for a interview. Hey, Captain Keith, y'all check out Captain Keith too. Okay. Again, he does music on his channel. He talks about a lot of interesting topics. He take you to work with him. He have guests on there. His wife also comes on there and they do like little talk shows and they talk about different topics and subjects. So go check Captain Keith out and tell him that Shades Tube sent you. Thank you so much. But like I was saying about Willie D, I think he should have just, did it like that versus how he came into that question. Even though I don't really see anything wrong with it, but I'm telling you, the way Katt Williams laughed, he was laughing and he was laughing some more and he laughed again. And he basically said, he didn't see nothing. I wonder why he changed his mind though, because he was telling everything in at Club Shay Shay. Now he wants to just not say anything. I wonder what changed his mind. Did somebody call him up or something? But he said he's not scared of anybody. So anyway, I don't know. Let's see what else they're saying here. Let's see. Somebody said, why was he using spa music? You know what? I heard the music too. I like Willie D, so I'm not talking about him, okay? I heard the music too, and I was wondering what it was because it sounded like some of the music we use here on YouTube on our basic videos. But it was cool though. You know what I'm saying? I love the way he set everything else up. In the actual studio, they were sitting right in front of each other. I like that, or side by side or something like that. The music, I don't care about that music. I mean, what do they want him to use? Rap music when they're trying to have a serious conversation? You know what I'm saying? Somebody said they turned it off after Willie D effed up the first question by naming the wrong city Katt was born in. Well, it's not a big deal. He just said, were you born in Cleveland? He said Cleveland. And Katt was like, no, Dayton. I mean, Cleveland, Dayton is almost basically the same. It's not really the same, but it's close to each other. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. I don't know why people on social media make big deals about stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So what? It's Ohio. It's not far from each other, okay? I'm from Cleveland. All right, I used to go to Dayton sometime. It doesn't make any difference, He just made a mistake. People can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people expect these people to be perfect, I believe, and no one is perfect. Everybody always talking about how somebody interviews somebody, but if they were up there interviewing him, they probably wouldn't even have done what Willie D did. You know what I'm saying? Willie D did okay? He really did. I'm pretty sure they discussed what he wanted Willie D to ask him beforehand anyway. If you ask them questions that they don't want to answer, you don't want the dude to walk off, you know what I'm saying, and say the interview is over. So you have to keep it professional, and you have to make sure you don't get too intrusive, point blank. You see what he did when Willie D asked him that question. I don't really feel like Katt thought it was intrusive. I just thought maybe Katt thought it was funny because he's not going to answer those questions, and Willie D should know that. He's not going to tell him basically everything about what's going on. And then, with Willie D being in the industry himself, he already damn knows. That's why Katt laughed. You should, if you don't know, you should know, because you are in the industry. At least you was when you had your, you was in your group Ghetto Boys. I'm pretty sure he's seen some things. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Katt probably laughed. Just like I would have laughed. Like if he was in an interview with like somebody normal like me, and I asked that question, he knows that I don't know because I'm not in the industry. When I had my singing group, I was in the industry a little bit, but not like they're in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And I did see certain things. And I know they be doing certain things, but it's not the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So, he might would have answered that question. I still don't believe he would go into strict details about it though. I don't. I just I feel like he only answer or talk about that when he wants to. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. I think the interview was okay though. I really do. Um, let's see what else. I'm trying to think of some other things he talked about. And that kid stuff really had me going because he didn't know. See, when you do interviews, I do believe that Willie D should have known exactly how many adopted kids that Katt Williams have. But I still think he handled that pretty good. And they said that he also asked why he was targeted by the police, but I don't remember exactly what his answer was with that question. I don't remember that. So let me see what they said on TikTok. And you know what? Willie D has shaved and everything. He was looking nice looking tonight. I mean, earlier today when he did his interview too. He had shaved and everything, no hair on his face or anything. Bald head. So everybody was looking nice. I even liked the way um Katt Williams was dressed. I mean, some people probably did, but I did. It kind of fit. It kind of fit him. You know what I'm saying? With his little chain on and all that little stuff. He tripped me out in that interview. Yeah, coming up there. But anyway, I think it was an okay interview. I really do. I just wish he would have elaborated more on all that stuff he was saying, but I can understand why he probably didn't at the same time. I can kind of understand that. Let's see what else. Let's see. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me check this out real quick. And another thing they didn't touch on is some of the people who were I'm trying to think, did he even say anything about Steve Harvey? I don't think he said anything about none of that, if I recall. I'm not sure. Because it was an hour, I think that interview was about an hour long. But I don't think he covered anything regarding that. I really don't remember that and stuff. But let me see what TikTok is saying about this interview as well. And let's see if we can get some clips from it from TikTok. Let's see. Let me turn this music down because we know what's going to happen when I turn on him. But like I said, I think the interview was okay, though. I think that he did talk about some key things. I just wish he would have elaborated more on those accusations and on, like I said, P. Diddy, Weinstein, and whatever else that Katt said, regarding those, the weird stuff that goes on in Hollywood and stuff. And I think Katt was saying that he said when he was younger, he never, when he was talking about the dude who tried to basically take advantage of him, he said when he was younger, he didn't know what homosexual was. Okay, that's what he was basically saying. He hadn't been around people like that. His mom, his dad was, strict religious people, I guess. So he wasn't around that. So he didn't know the guy was trying to push up on him. And then when he realized he was, because he said he didn't think, he was like, he didn't know about no man trying to talk to a man or boys liking boys. That wasn't the norm for him and everything. So I remember him saying that. So he clarified that because Willie D asked him, did anybody try to ever rob him because he used to have money on him? He also asked him where did he keep the money at? And Katt Williams said he kept the money on him. And that's what Willie D asked him, did anybody ever try to rob him or anything? And I think Katt said, I don't remember what he said regarding that. I don't know if he said yes or no, but I do remember him saying that somebody tried to take advantage of him, a dude, because the dude obviously was playing like he was his friend, I guess. And then all of a sudden he tried whatever he tried, but it didn't work. I don't know what Katt did to get out of that situation, but I just know it did not work. Is this supposed to be in the mall in Miami where they said that aliens or something was in the mall? Let me see. Yeah, this is what, yeah, okay. That's what I think that was. I don't believe this. This is hilarious, okay? I don't know why these people come up with these fake ass videos trying to make you believe this bull crap. You know what I'm saying? How and then the stuff be all blurry and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It don't even be believable. Let me tell you something. When I mistakenly got a picture of that ghost in that house, it was clear as daylight. Okay. The only reason why you guys don't see it clear on my Instagram page or when I show it on the video is because it's a duplication of the regular photos. Okay. But my regular photo shows a clear picture of the ghost. All right. So I'm trying to figure out why these people don't have a clear picture like I do. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll show people my clear picture and they be wondering if it's fake and it's real. Okay, but yet they would see this fake foolishness on social media and believe this stupid stuff. This don't even make no sense. You know what I'm saying? You know, the old saying is this right here. You can show people something that's real and they don't believe it and get themselves messed up. But if you show them something fake, they believe that foolishness. Okay, and I don't know why people do that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So let me see what they got on here with Katt Williams. Let me hold on. Katt Williams interview with Willie D. Let me see what TikTok got it on here. So let's see these. Let's see what he's saying right here. Okay, this is the one that I think he was asking. He was laughing. I think I can play it on here. Just listen.
Sounds like stop or something. I don't know. Right. But man, we appreciate you coming on the show, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, this is the ending.
You're an icon and a legend yourself, and just the fact that you would spend time interviewing others is magnificent. And nobody asks worse questions. You have the worst questions in all of interviewing, and you can count on it. Nobody's going to mimic your questions. So, yeah, it's an honor. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable.
Okay. So, again, I don't know if he means that his questions are just bad or what when he said that. That's crazy, you know, meaning that his questions are a hot ass mess and could have been better, or if his questions was kind of intrusive and he should have been asking those. I don't know which one he means. Okay. But anyway, let's see. Oh, this is the bathroom scene. Let's see about this. Hold on.
I've done that in every one of the 60 movie roles that I've done and the 50 network television roles. Man, I'm glad you stood on that, man, because it's a lot of people who would not have. People get blinded by that bread, man, or that opportunity.
Right.
And for you to stand on that says a lot, because I know Terry Crews would have probably enjoyed it, you know, in real life.
That was crazy when they said that. I forgot about that right there. That was tripped out. They was laughing about Terry Crews. Okay, so what he was talking about, they was talking about a scene in that movie where I think they wanted, even though Ice Cube, I think, or whoever moved, I think that was Ice Cube who claimed that wasn't true. But I think they said that in one of those scenes, they wanted the role that Katt Williams was supposed to be playing, or he played. They had it where he was going to get taken advantage of by, I guess, a dude in the club. And Katt Williams was like, the club wasn't big enough and he's not doing that. Okay, basically. So I think that's what they were talking about in this little part right here. And then they made a joke about Terry Crews, and they said he would have enjoyed taking Katt's hold. You know, so there you go. And that was a joke, and everybody was laughing about it. Point blank. That's crazy. So that was one part of that. And let's see here. So this is the part where he was discussing religion, God on Willie D. So
this is going to sound really, really weird, but I believed at that young age that you could have a relationship with God. And I know that that's kind of old-fashioned now. But when I was young, that's what I believed. And so I developed this relationship where we talk 4 or 5 times a day, and we talk about everything, and I'm coming to you when things are well and when it's not well. And if I ask for something, I know when you gave me what I asked for, because it's the only time. So I understand.
Now, you know he's talking about God, right? Okay, so listen. All right.
at a young age that I wasn't like everybody else, that I was in a blessed position, and that I had the ability to be able to make things happen if I could find the instructions and follow them. So, at 5 years old, that's how I thought. I knew when things were wrong with the Bible. I wasn't worried about authority because God was like the authority. And other than that, I got to tolerate you, but I'm not allowed to bow down. I'm like that as a child. So my parents didn't do anything wrong. They just wanted me to live a life that I wasn't going to live. Right. They wanted me to be this, and I was not free to live a double life. I can't be that and be what I'm trying to be.
What was that they wanted you to be?
A part of their religion.
Told you.
They were very devout in religion.
Christian?
Yes, a branch of Christianity, yes.
At one point, did you become a Muslim?
At one point, I became several religions because that's the only way you can really find out what's going on in a religion. Religion is not something that you can just study the books about it and now you know about it.
Right.
I had to be a member of the Fruit of Islam in order to know. Minister Farrakhan calls me his son. I was not regular even in that endeavor, just because whoever the true God is, I don't play about him. And I understand that regardless of what you choose to call him, it's the same entity.
All right, so that's what I was talking about when I was telling you guys earlier about that. When he was saying one of the reasons why he left home, because he wasn't into what they wanted him to be. And so he wanted to be free, like he just said. At almost 13, he said he wanted to be free. And that's why he left. You know what I'm saying? And to me, Willie D's questions are okay. I mean, I don't see anything really wrong with them. Like I said, I think he could have elaborated more on certain things, but I still think he did okay. So on this clip, he was Katt Williams was asked why he never did drugs when he was younger. So listen.
So the reason I never did drugs when I was an adult is because when I left and went to Miami and I'm living in a park, it's 30 people out there from all different places and they all are homeless and in a terrible situation.
Hold on. And that's what he was saying, that he saw doctors out there, lawyers and everything. And they told him that they were good until they started doing drugs. And that's the reason why they were out there. So listen.
Like me, and they telling me that they used to be lawyers and doctors and nurses, and I'm going, well, what happened? And all of them is telling this story where everything in their life was fine, and then they dealt with this drug, and this is where it ended them out. So as a kid, I never saw the fun part of drugs. I never heard about nobody having a good time on drugs. Or,
right.
Oh, you got to take this so you can feel it. I didn't. So the reason.
See, and that's exactly what he said. He was like, he didn't see all of this. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he didn't do it. And he saw these people, these homeless people who used to be successful, right? And then they started doing drugs, and those drugs led them on the course where they were at then. He did not want to be like that. He knew that when he was a kid, he knew he had to stay sober and not be on that stuff and things like that so he can do what he needed to do, point blank. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he did when he got older, but that's what he said he was doing when he was a kid. And this is where he was talking about he made $6,000 to $7,000 at 10 years old, but that's per year. I believe he said that he made that yearly, not every day or week. So listen to that part.
I met Prince while I was in Dayton when I'm 12. Like, it was a very vibrant community for Black people.
So you saw a lot of the street stuff. How did you end up? First of all, did you end up doing any of the street stuff, participating in any of that street activity? You mentioned your uncles selling drugs and all that.
Well, I leave I leave Dayton, Ohio right before I'm 13. So I'm still at a young age. I'm just having heightened experiences because of my childhood and my background. So, I've always had money.
See, you talk about the money now.
Come from money. So I was able to cut grass in the summer, and I was able to shovel snow in the winter. That's what I was allowed to do. So, but consequently, even as a kid, I'm making like $6,000-$7,000 a year.
Okay.
And this is
at 12 years old.
At 10.
At 10. At 10. Just because that's what I was allowed to do, and I'm a hustler by nature. Like if I get a hold of a lick, I want to see how many times it flips, not if it flips. You know what I mean?
And I can actually believe that, because it's cold up in Dayton in the wintertime, snowing, so you can make a lot of money as a kid shoveling snow and things like that. And then in the summer you can cut grass and all that stuff to make money. And $7,000 for a whole year is not like a whole bunch of money. I can believe that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's pretty good. He was, into all that type of stuff when he was young. And plus, he said that his parents allow him to do that, because I'm thinking that his parents was kind of strict the way he talks. So I definitely believe he does not even look like he's lying anyway. If he is lying, he's a good ass liar, because it's not taking him a hard time or a long time. It wasn't taking him a hard time or a long time to answer questions. A lot of times when people lie, it takes them a long time to answer questions. It's like they're thinking about what they need to say, and they're choosing their words very carefully. And sometimes they talk really slow. He talks slow, but not slow like that. He knows exactly, what he's going to say. He answers those questions straight up, and he's not taking all day to answer them like some people do. He isn't even stuttering or anything. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what else.
When you lie and allow lies, for some people it's just, I'm just a little delusional. No, that's dangerous for you to do that to yourself. It's very unnecessary for you to.
He was on this.
He's laughing.
In Atlanta, and this host made a joke about you, and you ate up, like, you killed a man, like, for like, I don't know how long that was. But man, I was like, time out, call the police, something, stop this slaughter, man. It was like, you really did a bad. And you didn't, I don't think you cursed one time.
I was going to say, be very careful when you say how badly I did her, because I never called her out her name.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I was very composed.
That's my point.
But let me explain. Let me give you this exclusive.
No, let me make the point. You're one of the few to be like, only you and Bruce I've ever seen do that before.
I guess he was talking about an audience member.
Someone that was challenging you or whatever. Destroy them, like, for like several minutes.
Wow.
Bruce killed this chick about, I don't know, man.
He probably went in on her butt. She should have been saying nothing.
And I never seen anybody else do that.
The thing about it, that's why I don't like going to comedy shows. But even if I did go to one, I'm not getting ready to say anything, and I'm not sitting in the front, because a lot of times you sit in the front and you better not say nothing, because they be going in. You know what I'm saying? I think I've been to one comedy show and that was it. I never liked them. So, I want to go now that I'm older. I wouldn't mind going to one now and seeing it, like Katt Williams or somebody like that. But I'm not saying shit, and I'm not sitting in the front. Point blank. But he must have destroyed somebody, because they probably was running their mouth trying to, how people do, and got told.
25, just back, gut busting, like, same person, no cuss words.
Yeah.
I never seen that before, so I
I did something similar last year. We stopped when I did that video with me and who was arguing. And I did a video. Of course, I had to put it in private. I had to take it down because he, obviously asked me to. And man, that was epic, y'all. I could have been on a comedy show. It was so damn funny. I actually got on camera too. And man, I had so many jokes. It was coming like one after another one, after another one, after another one. And child, I couldn't even get through a lot of them because I was laughing so hard. You know what I'm saying? So Cat Williams would have been proud because I was going in. Man, I was watching like not recently, but like sometime last year I watched some of it and I was up here cracking up, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I really was like I had took one part of it, a clip, and I made a separate video, right? And I had put it on my page, right? But of course I had to take it down. But it was so damn funny, man. I was watching that clip one day, and I'm not gonna lie, I was cracking up, y'all. Shit, my butt can go in. So, like I said, if I was doing like an actual comedy show, Katt would have been proud, cause man, I went in.
To maintain your composure for that long.
But my ass was laughing. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, a very interesting thing happens when you try to trap something that's bigger than your trap. So imagine you set out a trap for a turtle and a rhinoceros.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be a whole different situation now. So
he reminds me of somebody. I'm trying to think.
Behind the scenes is begging me to come into this interview that I've not scheduled, that I don't want to do, that I'm not dressed for, that nobody's called me about. She just wants it. To the point where she says, Katt, come on, you just want to end me for the city. I just want to give you your flowers. Well, I won't talk about kids. I won't talk about no jail. I won't talk about... This is the conversation she has with me, and then goes in that room. And comedically, you're outmatched. My defense is impenetrable. My offense will have the precise amount of viciousness that's necessary. If that means no cussing, that's fine.
And that's good that he don't cop the cuss.
To you and hurt heavy-set women's feelings, or dark-skinned women's feelings, or women who wear wigs feelings. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm bantering with you because you keep acting like you qualified to do that.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
That was funny as shit, though. I can imagine everything he probably was saying, you know what I'm saying, to this lady and stuff. And this is the question where I was telling you about when he called Willie D. DJ Vlad. Okay, let me let y'all hear that real quick.
What's one of the wildest things that has happened to you, or you've seen happen in your time in this entertainment space?
Not gonna answer that crap.
Yeah, sorry, Vlad.
He's still laughing.
I nothing. I collect the footage, but I haven't seen anything.
You were doing so good, man. I mean, you was just doing so good, and then all of a sudden you just decided.
Well,
yeah, he wasn't going to talk about that. That's what I'm saying. He said, "Okay, Vlad." Okay, and he was cracking up because he knew he wasn't going to answer that question in detail. Like somebody said, this wasn't a safe space for Katt. You can tell, right? He was like, "I can't believe you asked me that." He wasn't going to ask. He wasn't going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Talking about something, the wildest thing he have seen, or he have seen other people do, basically, or seen, around him. He wasn't going to answer that. The thing about it, he should have said it a different type of way. And then he said, "You were doing so good, man." And then somebody said, "You mean you were so close to giving me a viral moment?" Okay. That is crazy, man. And somebody said, "Why would he ask Katt that?" He asked Katt that because he wanted Katt to elaborate more on those accusations. Okay. I mean, I would have just came straight out and asked him. But first of all, before I asked him anyway, I would have discussed this with him before we did the interview to see if I could ask him that. Because if I can't ask him that, then we'll just talk about other things. There's no point in me bringing that up. Even though that's the reason why people were watching. So I will probably explain to him, people want you to answer that. You don't have to go into strict details about it. Just clarify what you said a little bit more. Like, for example, when you say party, what do you mean when you say party? Okay. And then as far as Weinstein, I mean, he explained that already, but we can just go over that again since he already talked about it and just say some of the things. I just would have been like, have you ever seen, well, he probably did because he already said that he see, weird stuff going on, and I just would say you see weird stuff going on, with people of the same sex in Hollywood, just, at these parties, they did it, for whatever reason. I would have had the questions all, written properly and things like that. I'm just saying. But anyway, I don't see anything. Like I said before, I don't see like it was a totally bad question. I just think he should have asked it. He tried to sneak in with that question. I think he should have just checked it out with Katt beforehand and then asked him, but don't be too intrusive with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's a way, in other words, it is a way to ask people certain questions without them feeling uncomfortable. That's what I'm trying to say. Hold on, let me put my phone over here. The battery with that was going down. So I think you can do it somewhat like that as well. You know what I'm saying? But they still handled that pretty good. Both of them did. So I'm not bad about it. Somebody said Willie D dropped the ball. He could have studied and came with better questions. This could have put Willie on the podcast charts. I don't know what this dude is talking about. Willie D is already on the podcast charts. What is he talking about? He just tried to come in with that question in a smooth type of way without getting Katt Williams pissed. Okay. But I still think Katt did a good job by answering how he answered. Okay, point blank. He said he didn't see anything. Okay, he don't know anything. He didn't see anything. He already basically told what he wanted to tell. So Willie D could have just basically had him try to clarify that, but he should have probably discussed this with him before the interview so he can know what to expect. And then we'll just elaborate on it just a little bit. Not give the people don't give them any more information than you want to, but at the same time, make them think you're giving them a little bit more information just by saying, yeah, I would have been like, so when you said that Diddy was trying to get you to party with him and you turned him down and said no, when you say party, what do you mean? That's all I would have asked. I would have been like, oh, okay, all right. And then, we would have started doing that crazy laugh. He would have laughed and that would have been done with it, and I would have went viral just for that. And then I would have probably asked him about Weinstein because he's already incarcerated anyway, for what he did and, and things like that. So I would have been like, so Weinstein actually asked you, can he ask you, oh, you know what, in front of other people? How many other people were there? And you said, I know you already said, you said no and everything, but what possessed him to ask you a question like that? I would have been like that. You know what I'm saying? And I would have made it be like, this dude is really crazy, huh? He's, weird as hell. I would have said some stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? To make him feel more comfortable. And we would have laughed about it. And then that would have just been the end of that. That's the way you do that. And because he's not going to go into strict details. Katt Williams would tell stuff when he wants to tell it. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason he wants to tell it. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody in this comment section said he already told it all. So that's what I'm saying. He's not going to, if he wanted to say more, he would have said it at Club Shay Shay. And he also said that he had receipts to back it up. Willie D could have asked him about those receipts. He could have said, so you said you had receipts to back up your claims. Are you going to bring those receipts out? Are you going to show everybody about those receipts? Are you going to show everybody those receipts sometime soon? He could have asked him that. He didn't even have to go into nothing else. He could have just asked about the receipts. You know what I'm saying? And left it at that. Like I said, I wish I was a big YouTuber. A real big YouTuber, and I could get an interview with him because I would, discuss the questions with him first. And then I'm just going to ask him those questions. I want to know, you said you got receipts. So what type of receipts do you have? Okay. And if you ever need to show those receipts to prove what you're saying is correct, would you be willing to show those receipts? I would be asking questions like that. And then when you say party, are you saying that he wanted to do an entanglement, or what are you saying? You know, and as far as Harvey, this dude, you mean to tell me this dude asked you that in front of all of these people, and they just sat there like it was perfectly normal? Nobody said anything. I would have been asking questions like that. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Okay. They said that Cass didn't seem like he was comfortable. He was bored. I think he was comfortable, and I don't think he was bored either. You know what I'm saying? It didn't look like he was bored to me, and I think he was comfortable. Because Katt is not going to say stuff that he does not want to say. Point blank. He's a very smart dude. You can tell the way he's talking. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to make him say stuff if he don't want to say it. So I don't think he was uncomfortable, and I don't think he was bored. I think he thought it was a joke. You know what I'm saying? For real, just easy. You know, he can get more exposure. I mean, you know, he's been in so many movies, so many TV shows. He done had the most. I think he done had the most comedy tours than a lot of the most comedians, if I'm not mistaken. He won an Emmy. So I mean, I don't think he, like I said, I don't think he's worried. I just really don't. So that's that. There it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I'm just reading some of these comments, y'all. I don't know why people keep on saying that was disrespectful. I don't see it being disrespectful. So, you know, he was just doing what people do when they do interviews. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. So I think that's about it. Some of the highlights. It's not all of the highlights because we'll be here all night trying to do them. I would suggest that you guys, if you didn't see the interview, to go and check it out. So to me, the interview was okay. You know what I'm saying? It was a good interview to me. I mean, he could have went into more details about, you know, like I said, the puffy stuff, the allegations that he made. However, I don't think he should be like intrusive because Katt is not going to answer that anyway. Um, Let me see what they're saying about this right here.
I thought it was what I was made for. I thought it was what I was built for. Anybody that knows me will tell you that when they first met Katt Williams, when I was Cat in the Hat, and they tell these stories about how he changed his name. Look, the truth of the matter is Disney sued me. Yeah, I was Cat in the Hat. They sent me a cease and desist letter, and I'm not even making $25,000 a year. And the mega company Disney has sent me a cease and desist telling me I can't use any variations of that name. Fine, I'm Katt Williams. That's all that happens.
And that's what he did, Club Shay Shay.
Product the entire time. They would tell you when they first saw me doing stand-up, this is what I bring. This is my style.
So that's when he was on Club Shay Shay, and he was talking about the Disney situation and everything. So, like I said, he has a lot of stuff to really talk about for real, for real. And so, if anybody else does an interview, you know, they can go into more detail if he will allow them to about, you know, his experiences in Hollywood and things like that. As far as asking him about these sex capades and things like that, I don't know. I don't feel like he will go into strict details about that unless he wants to. Okay, so therefore, like I said, if I were to interview him, if I could be able to do that, I would have just basically asked him about the receipts he claimed he has, and if he was willing to show those to prove that he wasn't lying if he needed to. And what type of receipts do you have? You don't have to show us the receipts. You don't even have to tell us what the receipts say. I just want to know what type of receipts you have. You know what I'm saying? Point blank. Because he said he has receipts. Okay. And then I just want to know if Harvey Weinstein propositioned him in front of all these other people, did they say anything at that time, or they just sat there like it was normal? Because if they just sat there like it was normal, that would tell you that this is something that happens, and they were used to seeing this type of thing going on, and they was used to seeing him proposition people. You know, because if I was sitting there and this dude came up propositioning a comedian or actor, whatever the case is, I'm gonna be looking around like, what the hell? You know, I mean, hell you asking this dude that? I'll be saying that to myself and probably saying that to Katt Williams. You know, I wouldn't just be sitting there like this is normal. If they sat there, to me, it's like it's normal. This is something that happened all the time. So those are the type of questions I would have been including in this interview, you know. And to clarify how many kids he has, I thought he had 8, but I think in that interview he said 5. I'm not sure because you can't really look at Wikipedia because anybody can add information, take information away. You know what I'm saying? But let me check it out on some other source. Let me check it out. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. So they say 10 on here. I don't know. Because in the interview, I thought he said, I know he said he had 4 grandkids, but actually 5. I don't know. He may have said he had 8 kids. I'm not sure. But on here they say 10. Let's see. This is on not Wikipedia. It's another site. Let's see. He said, excuse me, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so again, let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. How many kids you got? They going through this whole thing. So he did say, he said, I got 5 daughters. I got 5 sons. That's what he told Shannon on Club Shay Shay. But I thought when he told Willie did it, I thought he just said he had all girls. I'm not sure. Maybe he was talking about all girl grandkids. Hey, the real the real DJ Fruit Loops. Thank you for coming in. Y'all check him out and show him some love and tell him Shades too, so you guys. Okay, thank you. I thought he said he had 5, but maybe he was talking about 5 grandkids. You know, and he said he have all daughters. But on here he said I got 5 daughters and I got 5 sons, so that's 10. And that's what he told Shannon. But he adopted all of those kids. But I thought he had 1 biological child. Let me think. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, so he said, hold on. He married a woman named, I don't know how you pronounce her name. Anyway, he married a woman during their union. Katt and her had 1 son named Micah Jr. And that's his biological son right here. He's cute too. And this is Micah Jr., named after his dad, Micah Williams, which is Katt Williams. And that's his biological son right there, okay? Cute little boy. Okay, and then his wife already has 7 other children from a previous relationship. So Katt adopted to shield them from the foster care system. Then along the way, Katt welcomed 2 more children, bringing his total to 10 kids. So the woman he was with, his wife, she already has 7 kids. He adopted those kids. And then they had a son together. So that's 8. And then he adopted 2 more kids. Okay, so it's 10. So he had 5 daughters and 5 sons. That's what he got. Y'all got it straight? So his wife already had 7 other children from a previous relationship. He adopted those kids, okay? Then they had a child together, which is the son I just showed you. Okay, so that brought 8 kids. And then along the way, Katt welcomed 2 more children, bringing his total to 10. He adopted 2 more children. So he got 1 biological child, and then the other 8 are his adopted children, point blank. So now, there you go. And they said, Shannon asked him why did he adopt so many children. The comedian stated he wanted to be God's friend his whole life and seemingly felt adopting them helped his cause. He also saw adopting the kids as a way of giving back. Okay? He said he's devoted to all of his kids And he also posted a tribute to his kids on Instagram in January 2023. And he rarely shares his day-to-day life as a dad. He does not share that much on social media. So yeah, he has 10 kids, one biological child, and the other ones are adopted. 7 of them are his wife's kids, obviously from a previous relationship, and the other 2 they just adopted, and 1 they had together. There you go. All right, so now we got that straight. So on what's the name show, he must have been talking about his grandkids, because he said all his kids are grown now and he has grandchildren, but he said 4, but then he said the names and it was like 5. So Willie D was like, that's 5. He was like, yeah, he may have forgot about the other one. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how you do. You be like, I got this many grandkids and you got more. You know what I'm saying? It'd be so many you lose count. You lose count. So that's probably what happened. All right. So we clarified that, y'all, tonight as well. Let me check something real quick to see what this was on my phone. Okay. But anyway, let me get some more water. Anyway, it's 12 a.m. here on the West Coast. And I appreciate everybody coming in, checking this out. A few highlights from the Katt Williams Willie D interview. I'm pretty sure it's more stuff that we could have talked about tonight, but we can't, be up here all night talking about this stuff. If I see any more interesting points tomorrow, we'll go over those and stuff. And I'll have another topic for you guys tomorrow as well. Let's see. Hold on. And let's see. If I get any more information, I definitely will let you guys know. And that's on everything. This is an interesting topic. He's been, everybody's show he's been on, they've been getting a whole bunch of views, man. And I'm pretty sure he's going to go on more shows doing interviews. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he is the hottest topic. When anybody say, thank you, Miss Renee. You have a good night too. Thank you for coming in. When anybody say, especially other YouTubers who we talking about, nobody don't want to hear about Katt Williams, it's old news. Something is wrong with them. Clearly, they are not in touch with reality. Because guess what? Everybody is talking about Katt Williams. Shannon, what's his name? Club Shay Shay. Okay. It shows that everybody wants to hear about Katt Williams. He has 34 plus views. Okay. And then Willie D, let me see what Willie D got right now. Let me go check. As of right now, Willie D has, hold on. We're going to see real quick, Willie D. Let's see, Willie D. As of right now, this man already have 2.4 million views on that video. And that's one of them. Okay. The clips that he put out, 21,000 views, 48,000 views, 108,000 views, along with the 2.4 millions on his actual interview. And then Club Shay Shay, let's see. I'm never going to forget that name because it's the same as mine. I wish it was my podcast with those numbers. Let's see. Club Shay Shay has on that video. Let's see. Where is it at? He actually got different clips too. On one clip, he got 231,000 views. Another one, 92,000 views. And on the regular interview, he got 119 views. Look at this. And then on the, hold on, let's see. I mean, see, is this it right here? No, this is the Willie D one. Let me see where the one at. Well, I know the last time I looked at Club Shay Shay, he had 3.4 million views on the interview. Okay, point blank. So clear, now he has 40 million views. Okay, so clearly 40 million plus people beg to differ. What I heard one YouTuber say, that nobody cares about the Katt Williams story and it's old, and they insist on talking about what they're talking about, and ain't nobody really listening to that crap. okay, because it's over and done with. So I think Cat Williams right now is viral. I mean, he is viral and he is a hot topic. And that's why people are jumping on this story because they know, especially bigger YouTubers, they know that it's going to bring in more views, point blank. That's what it's all about when you're on YouTube. You're trying to get stories and talk about stories that people will actually come and watch and listen to. And as of right now, Cat Williams is the hottest topic out there, point blank. And then Jeffrey Epstein is the second hottest topic, okay? Because everybody wants to know about those documents, okay? Everybody do. And that's why so many people on YouTube are talking about it. I don't know why people be tripping about what people talk about on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They talk about what they want to talk about. But most smart people are going to go to stuff that is current because that's what people want to hear, okay? And that's what bring in your views. I may even put up a day going, what you call that? A shorts about it. You know what I'm saying? I may take an insert, I think that's what you call it, and put it up as a short. I'll see. I may take it from somebody else, actually just do a repost. I don't know for sure. You know what I'm saying? I may do that tonight because you out here in YouTube land, when you're trying to make it and you're trying to make your channel be a success, you do what you need to do as long as it's not illegal, immoral, and just weird shit. You do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. So like I said, guys, if I get any more highlights that I need to show you guys, I'll tell you guys about it tomorrow in my next live. I'm going to have an actual topic that we need to talk. Well, this is a topic too, but I'm going to just have a different topic tomorrow to talk about. All right. And of course, I got something else about Jeffrey Epstein that I forgot to tell you about today. I'll tell you guys about that tomorrow too. Let me go ahead and do roll call. Let me say thank you to Carl is here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, hon. Ryan, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you too. Y'all check Ryan out. Show him some support. Thanks to Mrs. Renee, the barber. Y'all go check out Healthy Living with Miss Renee, the barber. She cooks a lot of good, healthy foods. She show you how to make them and everything. So go check her out. Show her some love and tell her Shades Tube sent you. Okay. And let me thank J4 for coming by, showing support. Hope you have a good night at work, J4. And a good day tomorrow. Big Dog Philly OG. Y'all go check out Big Dog Philly OG. He be talking about a lot of interesting topics dealing with brown people and other things. Go check him out. You'll learn a lot of stuff, okay? Show him some love and tell him that Shades Tube sent you. And thank you so much, Big Dog, for coming by, showing support. Y'all check out Captain Keith. Captain Keith got a really nice page as well. Like I told you guys before, his wife gets on there and they do a little topics and stuff and talk, about different things. And he also plays music on his channel. He talks about a lot of different topics, including, he's talking about Cat Williams as well and other topics. So go check him out. He also take you to work with him too and show you what he does at work and stuff. So go check out Captain Keith, show him some support, and tell him that Shades Tube sent you. And thank you too, Captain Keith, for stopping by. Also, y'all check out the real DJ Fruit Loops. He has a very good channel as well. Go check him out. Tell him that Shades Tube sent you as well. And I need to check him out tonight myself. All right. And thank you so much for showing support. And y'all, thanks to everybody. Thanks to everybody in the bushes. Thanks to everybody who watches this in a replay. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I want you guys to have a good night, get you some sleep. I'm going to go ahead and take a real quick shower and stuff. And then I'm going to bed, y'all. I'm going to bed. I got to get this functionality back up. So I'm getting ready to go to bed, relax. I won't go to sleep until about 1 or 2. I'm not going to lie. But I will get 7 hours of sleep, because like I said, I may put up a little shot, a little thing from there. And I need to edit another video that I'll put up tomorrow or something. And then I need to I went to look at another house the other day. Now this house is beyond my budget, but I'm going to show you guys this house. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to put that up. This damn house costs almost, it is $1 million. Okay. I'm not going to lie. And I didn't know at the time when we looked at it that it was $1 million. At the time when we looked at it, I thought it was like $700 and some thousand and stuff. And my daughter had the prices wrong and stuff, but it's a nice house. I mean, too bad I can't get it, but it's really nice and stuff. I mean, it's a beautiful home. So I'm going to show you guys that, especially the backyard and stuff. And so I will put that video up. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight, but it'll be up eventually so I can get it off my phone. Other than that, guys, y'all have a good night. And don't forget, if you want to show support to this channel, you can do that by doing a Cash App to $ShadesTube. All donations are used to better this channel. Also, don't forget to Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content. Hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos, and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Like, subscribe, bell. All right? Y'all have a good night, and this is ShadesTube, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care, be positive, and stay healthy. Peace out, y'all.